to my trim and tweeze at home video. This is a video for everyone who hasn't been able to maintain their brows because they maybe don't know how to. I would recommend to grow your brows out for as long as you can, because imagine how great they would look after this lockdown when you can go and get them done. But if you like them to be neater, then this video is for you, how to create a nice shape. I've been growing my brows out since this lockdown started. I mean, I want to say they're not awful, but to me they are awful because I usually do my brows every 3 weeks. I wax and tint them. So for me, this is pretty bad. And also it shows you how uneven brows can be. You can see more of a shape on this one. You can kind of see where I would need to pluck. But this one has kind of grown down a little bit more. And the line there isn't as clear as the line on this side. What you need is, for trimming, a pair of eyebrow tweezers. So I've got some stainless steel. Also, you would need a pair of tweezers. Oh, sorry. So what you will need is a pair of scissors, eyebrow scissors. They have a slight curve to them at the end. And you will also need, the main man, a pair of tweezers. I'm using the Tweezerman Benefit tweezers. They are amazing. Tweezerman's amazing, so is Benefit. I've actually had these for years and they're still really sharp. Next thing you will need is one of these bad boys, spoolie. Brush those brows, brush them in the shape that you like them, have the hairs in the direction that you like them. This is also going to help when it comes to the trimming. If you don't have a spoolie, by the way, most brow products come with a spoolie on them as well. Let's get started. First thing we're going to do is cleanse the area. So I'm using the Garnier Micellar water. Put a couple drops on some cotton pads or cotton ball and just wipe over, cleanse the area, because you want to get rid of any makeup, any dirt or any grease that's on the area. There we go, so make sure that's nice and cleansed. Gotta go over to dry them. Perfect. Also make sure you've got great lighting because you don't want any shadows. So what you want to do is get a brow product. There I'm using Goof Proof in number 3. First, draw on how you like your brows. So for example, even if you have thinner brows but you're trying to grow them a bit thicker, or you have gaps that you want to fill everything in. So try and get your eyebrows how you would like them ideally. If you have a look at my brow, I've got hairs missing. However, I want that filled in. So I'm gonna go over, I hope you can see, I hope the lighting's good enough. I'm gonna go over with my brow product and just kind of fill in. The top's quite straight, which is good. And I actually don't have a lot of hairs that grow on top. So there's my arch, and then you wanna, oh, I think the lighting just changed a bit. Come back down. And I always want my tails nice and full. They don't really grow full. Oh, the sun's coming out. But what I don't want to do is pluck out any hairs in the tail. So that's my first brow done. This is how I like my brows. So anything that's outside of that brow product is what I'm gonna pluck. If you feel like you're not sure whether to take one out, whether it will leave your brow too thin or leave a gap, then don't take it out. If you're not sure, just leave it in. So I'm gonna fill in the other brow now. Done both of them, come back a little bit from the mirror. So usually when we're packing brows, we're so close to the mirror, and that's a really easy way to over pluck as well, because you're looking at yourself so close. So take a step back and have a look at them both together. So I can see that this one's slightly thicker. Also, that might happen when you do your brows, because you might have one brow that is actually slightly thicker than the other one. So what you can do is just even it up. Any changes you need to make, now is the time to make them. Now that the brows have been drawn on, or filled in, should I say, drawn on, give them a little brush. Now we're going to start tweezing the brows. I'm going to take my Tweezerman tweezers. Use your free hand and hold the skin taut. With your other hand, you'll be plucking the brows and making sure you are plucking in the direction of the hair growth. Reason being, if you do it the other way, a lot of the time the hair does snap off, or it doesn't pull out from the root. It can feel more uncomfortable, it can hurt sometimes. You want to just do it in one swift movement per hair by holding the skin taut. So I'm going to start just in the middle here where I've got clearly hair that doesn't need to be there. I'm going to try and come closer in for you guys so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to get a brush and just wipe away, and also if you have like a little tissue or a cotton pad, just give the tweezers a little wipe over. You can always also use your spoolie and give a little brush over. And as you can see, that is definitely looking better already. This isn't something also that you want to rush. You do want to take your time and take moments where when you stop, you look from far. Again, looking too close, you can end up really hacking away. So give yourself a little break and look from far, make sure the shape is how you want it. So now that I've done the underneath, you can actually see now the hairs on top have become a little bit clearer, or a little bit more visible, should I say, because the underneath is clean. So I'm just gonna start taking away a few little ones from the top, just around the shape. It would be really difficult to remove all of that hair with a pair of tweezers. So my advice would be take out any hairs on top that are clearly not in your shape. You can remove those. Middle. My hairs grow upwards in the middle. So to get rid of my monobrow, which you can't really see because my hair is quite faint, we're gonna pull Once you think your plucking is done, use your cleanser and give them a wipe over, because now you want to have a look at them without the product. So my brows look a lot neater, and what that means is when I'm putting on a makeup product, it will be a lot easier to put on now that I've got more of a shape to follow. To trim your brows, my brows don't really grow that long, to be honest, so I don't tend to do a lot of trimming. Begin by brushing your hairs upwards at the front of your brows only. This will allow you to see any longer ones or curly ones that need trimming. When you're doing the top, make sure the curved bit is facing upwards. If it's facing downwards, you can tend to trim a little bit too much, over trim it. You don't want over trimming, because over trimming can lead to it looking like you have gaps. So upwards like this. There we go. The tail of your brow and the middle, I brush downwards. Then I change the tweezers so they're the other way round. So the curve is facing downwards this time, not upwards. Again, I don't have too many long ones, but you can see some just here. Give them another brush. See the tail of your brow as well, mine are still quite long. However, because they're not that thick, I like them long because it helps with the fullness and the shape of the end of the brow. So that is my finished, trimmed and tweezed brow. That's a little blemish there, not hair. I'm gonna do the other side now. And those are my finished trimmed and tweezed brows. Once your brows are nice and shaped, it makes it a lot easier just to put a product on top of them. So this one is slightly darker than the Benefit one that I was using to outline them. This one is Revolution and it is color dark brown. Just to kind of show you the shape that I've managed to get by tweezing and trimming. I'm also going to show you how to really highlight the arch and exaggerate the shape as well by using concealer just under the line. That can also help neaten up, because remember that was just your maintenance, your trimming and tweezing. But when you go to your brow expert and they tint them or they just shape them with wax, you'll get a much cleaner line than what you can achieve with tweezing. And then blend it in. You know we don't like those lines, no harsh lines. So there we have it. They look a lot more neat and more defined, and then you get a really nice, even finished shape. I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you in my next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you soon. Bye.